Alright guys, thanks for tuning in iCup TV. You'll be your epic and awesome and fun caster fit to you. This replay comes to us from iCup Clan League, week number 3, from iCup Clan League Season 20, week number 3, excuse me, Division A between Disturbed Minds and SAS. And spawning in the top right, it will be Disturbed Minds Pitbull. And spawning in the bottom left on match point, it will be the yellow Terran, on the bottom left, it will be SAS's skzlime, or lime, it's just what I've called them. But as you guys could tell in the overlay, that you guys could just figure out his name in general. So anyway, what we've seen in the past 2 games in this TVT is that we've seen absolute map dominance coming out of Lime here. Just been so good, just had the right build order, just knows what to do, and maybe an outmatch play. Maybe I don't really know the skill level of either of these opponents, as they are like the first time or second time I've really only seen them. So I really don't know much of their playstyles, but I can definitely say that skzlime is very good at what he knows how to do in TVT. Now again, SAS Clan is what I've known from the Brood War community, of what I've seen from other casters and other people. SAS Clan's notorious for being a very high level clan, which, you know, might be a reason why some skzlime has, you know, won a lot of these games. I mean, SAS might recruit very talented players, and that might be a reason why, you know, SAS is in the lead right now, or like in second place for Clan League right now. I mean, at least it was still, like, I think, like, according to like week 7 or 8 now, as I'm a little far behind on where I'm supposed to be, but we'll see. I'll definitely get up the replays eventually speaking, but it's just like I've been saying, it's been pretty busy. I've also been trying to fix up the overlay. Apparently, I've gotten a lot more negative feedback than I thought on it, but you know, I think it looks cool. But I think one person did have a good suggestion, is toning down the blue saturation. I think that might help definitely, for sure. And I'll see if I can get one of my buddies to do that, because I actually didn't create the overlay. It was actually from iCup Iron Frost, or iCup Frost there. He's been somewhat inactive for the time being. Not, well, shall I say, active in the way of for TV not being a caster. He's been doing overlays. He's just giving me example, just, you know, tips and stuff to work on. And yeah, he's a chill dude. Hopefully, in the summertime, he can help out cast. But regardless, we're getting in this TVT. And skzlime, I'm just interested in what Pitbull's going to be going for this game. I just want to make sure I'm getting Pitbull right. Yeah, Pitbull, he's going for a 1 factory FV again. He's getting a 1 factory, a fast factory, which you normally do. And comparing it, though, I mean, Pitbull, the one thing he has going for him is factories are probably around 5 seconds ahead of skzlime here. Now, that may not mean the greatest thing in when both players are engaging, but that means if Pitbull is going for a faster tech, that might mean he's going to be able to get a starport up that much quicker, which means if he goes for a fast cloak wraith attack, it would be interesting. But here we go, we're actually seeing a double factory opening, which was what we should have seen in the first game, in my opinion, just because the issue would have been is that he went for that 4 marine opening, and again, he's still doing it, but yet he's still getting out of that second factory, which is interesting. It's a little bizarre. I think maybe putting down the CC after the first expand probably was the game doing for game number 2 when I think back, but we'll see. We'll see if it comes back. I mean, at the same time, Lime is doing the same thing that he's doing in regards of getting those 2 Marines out. But is he going to be going for starport opening? I think he is. And I guess it's just kind of a trademark thing that Lime likes to do. I didn't pay much attention in game 1, but I guess Lime likes to go starport opening in TVT. You can go to factory opening depending on really what you want to do. When I used to play Brood War competitively, oftentimes TVT would end up being a lot like where you open up 2 port. I know it's not 2 port. I know it's open with 2 factory and getting early spider mines. Actually, I wouldn't get speed right away. But here we go. There's gonna be engagement coming out on a Pitbull. And keep in mind, match point, there are no ramps, but somehow Pitbull has really shut down this early game aggression coming out of skzlime here. And this map is a lot smaller than all the other TVT maps we've had. And, you know, that's probably the reason why the nature for that early pressure, seeing if you could do any kind of damage, ultimately probably didn't go in his favor. It probably sent him back, you know, slightly a bit in this matchup. And the one thing the Lime's gonna have a little bit difficulty with this map, as the nature of the map, there isn't that many expands, and there isn't that many gas expands, keeping that in mind. You have your natural, you have a gasless third, and then you have a fourth, and then you have a fifth base, which would probably be standard unless you start going in the other person's territory. So pretty much what that means is you have 4 bases that have gas, compared to the 6 bases that Lime wanted to go last game. Now, Lime, of the general assumption I can make of him is that, I mean, he's opened up Starport at least 2 of the 3 games, if not all 3, and he has a Wraith in the base right now, and there is no Goliath, there is no anti-air, and this is just going to be annoying if he's just going to start target firing SCVs right here, but he's not actually target firing, but Marines are here. Will he lose that Wraith? Oh my goodness, he's going to lose it, and he did! And why would he actually lower the barracks? I'm a little confused on that remark, but regardless, he did lose his first Wraith, which is exactly where you don't want to be. And Lime not being super careful with his Wraith. This game going a lot more aggressive style, but he really hasn't shown any kind of proper control of his units. Is he really going to fodder a second one? If he fodders a second one, oh, that Marine's going to get picked off, I think. And, I don't know. At the same time, we're going to see people putting down spider mines to stop any kind of pressure coming out. And I don't know how many kills does Wraith have. No kills, actually. In the end, that Marine did survive, and it looks like the barracks might fall, which means that he can't get down any more factories until he puts down another one, even repairing those tanks right there, just so they don't do that and don't die. And we're going to be seeing Pitbull take an expand here. Pitbull's looking somewhat strong right here, really hasn't lost any units, and that kind of spirals in a mirror matchup. It doesn't really matter. I mean, TVT, keep in mind, tends to be a longer matchup, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, that early pressure we saw at Lime was careless. He lost 2 Wraiths that did absolutely no damage. So pretty much going to Starport's pretty much been a, trying to think of the word, a hook or, you know, something that's just really drawn him back, really no purpose to it. It's really kind of put him back, held him back in this, because it really hasn't served any kind of purpose. Going these gas units, there's no point to go super fast Starport unless you're going Wraith harass, and when this gets shut down twice, I mean, your Wraith harass is exponentially is much worse. I mean, now your one Wraith going in really isn't that great, you know, for one reason, because you can't nearly take out as many SCVs as possible. So going with your ace card, for example, you know, having that fast tech gives you an advantage in a way, especially since he hit it. I mean, I'm just surprised that he would, you know, rally the unit over there. And just let it die, and not only 1 but 2, and we're gonna be seeing Lime looks like gonna be wanting to take an expand here, getting in a better position here. I don't think this Vulture will have to run away for the time being right there. And but I mean, Pitbull's looking very, very strong in this game. I can't say he's gonna win, but I say that he's in a much better scenario than he's been. Lime is someone on the back foot here, has foddered, you know, way too many units to count for, you know, an early game aggression, and then harass behind that did no harass. And keeping that in mind, early game aggression means you have less units compared to your opponent, for one. Number 2, that spirals in the fact that now you're like I was saying, it's just the fact that the damage you can do with 1 Wraith compared to 3 is so much smaller. And oh, Vulture's gonna be making their way into the base here. And, oh, they're going to have a lot of fun with this, though. Well, how many SCVs? 2 so far. 3 so far. Oh, he got 3 or 4 SCVs. And, oh, is he actually going to lose these tanks here? But he did stop that expansion. May force a cancel. And, I don't know. That Wraith is proving to be effective, though. I mean, keep in mind, I mean, Wraith isn't terrible. It's just the fact that he could have 4 right now. He didn't have to lose them. But at least you didn't invest in a cloak, or else that probably would have been game-changing as it stood. But it looks like this base, and now we're kind of seeing a flip side. Now we're going to be seeing Pitbull actually getting somewhat kind of an expansion coming up, but except the fact that Lime's actually going to be able to break through this. Spider-Man's going off, killing off a lot of the tanks right there, and it's still, oh, why, Lime? That's looking so not good for you right now. Look how much stuff he's even getting. The bio in there just for the fun of it. And, oh my goodness, getting an eBay probably for potential bio upgrades and or missile turrets for the mineral line, any kind of counter push. And he's got to be taking an expansion in the bottom right. It looks like what's coming up right there, unless this SCVs just want to chill down here for any kind of hidden expansion, but I highly doubt that. And I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I believe he could position a tank right here and actually start showing at one of the mineral patches. But I'm not quite sure. But he's got to be going here, but there's a tank already there. Oh, Spider-Mans are going off, though. Killed off one tank. Will he be able to kill off this one tank? Spider-Man's continuing to go off and has softened up that other tank pretty substantially right there. Enough to make him push back for the time being, though. And, it's interesting. Mr. Turd is up, though, and he's going to lose another race! Why, Lime? Why? How can you be so... your control the past couple games has been so top of the line here. This just isn't showing your best effort here. Thankfully, though, he does have his expansion up. And I don't believe we're seeing +1 and continued factory production. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're seeing a lot of other factory production. We're seeing factories 3, 4, and 5 coming up for Lime right here. And, yeah, and I definitely say to win this game, Pitbull's looking at a very, very advantageous position here. Has map control, has, you know, tanks in the center of the map. Going to be able to kill off any kind of Vulture trying to run by, especially if he sieges them up, too, could be an option as well. But, of course, the fact of the matter is, yeah, he just doesn't want those Vultures to run right in and then the tanks start chilling at each other. But 79 supply to 59. I mean, we're seeing a 30 supply deficit right now, and oh my goodness. All right, so I'm kind of forgetting where I was, as I just had to go and do something real quick. But we're back, and yeah, just Pitbull is just looking so strong right now, getting that center map control. I mean, his Spider-Man placement could be better, could be getting a couple more Vultures. His factor count could be improved as well, but it looks like, does he have double starport? I feel like he does. Nope, because I'm incorrect. His macro, I feel like, could be stronger, but I believe he's getting upgrades as well. That's probably why he doesn't have as many factories out as possible. But, ooh, it actually looks like Lime's going to be trying to get in that sneaky expand here. We'll be pushing up that top part. We'll be trying to push out here, but going to be very annoying. Sieging up now, and this is going to be... This is exactly what happened in Circuit Breaker, but the interesting of the geography of this map, though, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's game over and you have a contain on your opponent when you roll this ramp off, because you can just go up the north side and flank around. That's the benefit, and that's one of the con sides to that that ramp on a Circuit Breaker. Once there's tanks up there, it's nearly impossible to get a ground force over there. But, I mean, here, it just takes that much longer, so you can't go for, like, a 10-minute push and get successful and with a very good contain. At least both sides are going to be somewhat weak, so you could theoretically push all around. But there's going to be a nice Vulture run by coming by skzlime right here if he's not careful, though. But there are tanks and Goliath to deal with that at that moment, excuse me. And Lime just put down that expansion. We'll be checking for any kind of 12 o'clock position, 12 o'clock expansion coming out of Pitbull, but has found no luck in finding that. Pitbull is yet to actually take his gasless third or gasless fourth or gasless expansion, I should say, in general. But I mean, Pitbull's has center map control, yet he's on defensive. The one thing we don't want to see have Pitbull happen, though, is he has his center map control. He just doesn't want to get completely surrounded. And we're still now even seeing that Lime is somehow making, I mean, I wouldn't say a complete comeback, but just the map control, getting the Spider-Mans around, knows when that's coming out. I mean, he has no way to really engage these units here, especially with Spider-Mans. There's really no way to engage that without losing a high population of a high food count of units right there. But we're seeing even more Spider-Man, so it just looks like a standard TVT stalemate in the center of the map. Kind of looking cool. And even though my overlay apparently looks like it's actually showing everything else, or appears to constrain the actual dimensions of the game. It's actually not, it just appears like that. But anyways, gonna be pushing up here, but those tanks are going to be in position. Will he even have to break through this, though? It looks like he's going to engage. Oh, they're gonna be... Oh, that was a nice scan. Will it be enough, though? Who will win that war? It looks like Pitbull will be in a better scenario for this engagement, as he does have a higher tank count, and there's no way Voltage can really engage, and that's exactly why skzlime is going to push back now. But, I mean, we've pretty much had... Okay, why would he unsiege? That's interesting. I don't know why he would theoretically unsiege. But anyway, both players are off of 3 base here, and... 161 supply to 128, so definitely Pitbull is ahead. Pitbull also has, I believe, an upgrade advantage. No, he does not. He is at the same grounding as his opponent. +2 is about 2/3 the way done right there. Wraith has come out. Easy starting to get that high. Yep, and I could definitely say Lime likes to go this Wraith play. But, I mean, if he's getting a high Goliath count, which he's doing, he's really cutting any kind of production of vultures. It's gonna be hard, and yet I've never understood this, but apparently it's just because players do it. Like, players will actually take like this base like right next to their opponent. Like, it's so like all he has to do is send over this one lone Wraith and just kill this base off. Like, I don't even know why he's trying to take this when it's so much safer to take this base. I mean, I don't know, it just seems silly, but what have you. Now, we will be seeing... I mean, this is a pretty devastating army. It's just... It's more condensed compared to how spread out Pitbull is. Now, it's going to come down in the engagement. It's going to come down to how effective his air depends on how good the micro and target firing of the tanks coming out of Pitbull here, but the Wraith have made their mark right there. We'll be target firing down the Goliath there, but too little too late. That means this middle flank is open to die right here, and these tanks are going to be dead here. 187 supply to 151. These tanks are going to fall for sure, and there's a GG by... What? Oh, we must have done a drop. Oh, okay. That's interesting. He must have gotten a vulture, run by, or what have you, coming off a lot of the things. But regardless, that was just spiraling into a bigger event. I didn't actually pay attention to that. Oh, I'm a little sorry that I didn't pay attention to that. But regardless, guys, what we saw there is just, you know, skzlime really had a terrible opening, and it's just, in the end result, wasn't able to do as much as what they could do in the mid and late stages of the game, where skzlime might be able to get, where both players could have, like, neutral map control. That didn't happen. You know, Pitbull was able to, you know, circumvent the fact, or not, well, no, I shouldn't say that, but, not circumvent, but rather take advantage, take priority over the fact that skzlime was at a supply deficit for a majority part of the game here. He also knew, I mean, I guess Pitbull just started to realize that, hey, I need more Goliath to deal with these Wraiths. We didn't really see much of a vulture production out of Pitbull there, but we did see that. But that is the end of this replay series, guys. SAS did win series number 5, I believe this is, and again, guys, thanks for watching iCup TV, and it has been real, it has been fit, and it has been awesome. Guys, enjoy the new overlay. Please tell me in the comments below what you guys think, if you want to tell me how it's going. And other than that, we'll be going to our next cast sooner or later whenever I decide to render VODs, or if you're listening to a cast right after this one about a week ago. So sometimes, like I've been saying, sometimes the settings of the way I cast series, sometimes I'll co-cast with people and they want to do specific matches that I have for the week, and then sometimes I just go for the whole series, but I don't really choose my player specifically. But regardless, it's been fun. Maybe I can get the Swedish guy, not Polish, no, the Swedish guy in here. I forget, Javlateran, or fucking Terran is what it's translated from Swedish or whatever. Regardless of the fact, it's been a fun series, and we'll do whatever next game we can do. Guys, thanks for watching iCup TV, and peace, guys.